What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, somebody just recently commented on one of my old videos I made last year, and that video was titled "Tupac Gets All the Excuses in the World for Bad Decision Making," right? And in the video, I talked about Pac jumping into a beef between some Death Row Bloods and some Crips, getting into stuff he had no business getting into, jumping on or stomping out Orlando Anderson for no reason when he's not in any way in cahoots with they beef that they got with them Bloods within Death Row. And I feel like Pac inserted himself into something that definitely could have been avoided. You know what I mean? And I believe that is what led to Pac's demise. Him jumping on a notorious gang member who was not a punk by any stretch of the imagination, right? And so when I made this video and I expressed this in the comments, somebody just recently commented today. Somebody said, "Who has not made bad decisions? It was Tupac's time to go. Bad decisions or not, when it's our time, it's our time. There are people that have not had any confrontation or conflicts with authorities, and they died young or even younger. So what then? Yes, there are people who have died young without any conflicts or confrontations with authority figures or other people, but they died young. That's correct. But what does that have to do with Pac? Pac didn't die because he didn't get into other stuff he did. You know what I mean? And yes, sometimes people die, but listen. I understand people saying, when it's your time, it's your time. But there's a such thing as expediting your time to leave this earth. You can speed up the process by certain things that you do. And as big as a Pac fan that I am, I'm a huge Pac fan. I recognize there's a lot of decision making that he had that was very bad on his part. Just jumping up and inciting beef, being super inflammatory. He was very emotional. At times, let him fly emotionally off the hinge and say wild, crazy, super duper trooper disrespectful stuff, like to no ends. You know what I mean? And then inserting yourself in a street beef. I believe Pac kind of got infatuated with that street gang type lifestyle and inserted himself in a gang beef that he had no business being a part of, and he should have stayed back all the way back from. Stomping out Orlando Anderson, stomping out Orlando, like that. And it was crazy as they look alike. Him and Pac look alike is very, very eerie. But him stomping out Pac stomping out Orlando, a Crip, like just because he got beef with some Death Row Bloods, that just was wild to me. Pac going up to him, stealing off him, stomping him out. Like, what was why? Pac was not a Blood. He was affiliated by them being, a lot of them Bloods being all throughout Death Row and Suge having them all around the record label. But he wasn't a Blood. Why would you insert yourself in that? Like I said, I told y'all, I made the example. If I'm a Chicago rapper and Lil Durk signed me and I get into it, I just go up and stomp out one of the GDs they into it with just because I see him out and about or the people that I hang with don't like him. Bro, dudes will kill me out here, bro. Dudes will kill me out here, fam. Like, that wouldn't be no game. Dudes will kill me out here if I did something like that, bro. It would be no nothing, no talking, no nothing. If that happened to me, especially because they looked at it like, hold on, Pac is not a street dude. He's not a dude gang banging in the streets. He's not a dude running around here committing crimes and felonies. He's not a dude in this gang lifestyle. He's a rapper. He's an entertainer. Or, you know what I mean? A former student of performing arts school, an actor. Like, he took that, I'm sure they took that personally. Hold on, I'm not letting the acting, rapping dude stomp me out and it'd be no consequences or repercussions to that. You know what I mean? So I do believe certain things that Pac did expedited his time off of this earth. It sped up his time being gone. And I believe you can do things to speed up your time on this earth being ended prematurely. To speed up your life being ended. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could. Now it's like people, the boy chalked it up to when it's your time to go. He's just a really big Pac fan that don't want to realize what I'm saying. If Pac was a regular dude and a regular dude did something like that, it wouldn't be all them excuses for that. I'm telling y'all, if that happened to me, y'all be like, listen, he shouldn't have got himself into that. He shouldn't have put himself in that situation. He got nothing to do with that. He not a street dude. He not a gang member. He don't got nothing to do with that gang beef. He should have left that alone. You can do things to lead to your demise and lead to a quick demise. And I often talked about even just Pac just speaking death so much. Death was heavy on his tongue, always talking about dying, just like Big did. And sometimes those things come true because you speak on it so much. There's power in the tongue. And Pac had an infatuation when talking about dying young and dying early and dying. You know what I mean? But the certain way he lived recklessly, like carelessly did certain things, it's like, yo, like you can see why certain things may have played out for him the way it did. But that situation was thumping out a Crip, bro, like, that's just crazy. You shouldn't have been a part of that. So, yeah, there are people who died without confrontations and conflicts, but there are people who died because of those things. There are people who have had their life ended by jumping into things that had nothing to do with them and being a part of things that is a cycle of destruction. Pac took part in something that is a cycle. Gang banging is a cycle of destruction within our communities. He jumped into that head first and inserted himself in the beef. And some people are, yo, he was loyal by default, or loyal to a fault. I'm sorry, loyal to a fault. Listen, I can be loyal. Yeah, death row bailed me out of jail, all of that. Bruh, I'm not jumping on dudes and jumping into street wars for none of y'all. I'm not. That ain't my thing. I'm here to make music. I'm here to put out great music. I'm here to be an artist. I'm here to put out albums, put out records that the people will love and gravitate to. I'm here to help this record label grow and expand, and here to make us at the top of the rap game. I'm not here to get into gang beef. You should have made that be clear. I'm not here to get into no street shit. The moment you jump into street shit, it's over with. I know that growing up in a gang banging city, the moment I insert myself into some street shit, the moment, hey, listen, if a target get on your back and say, yo, he can get it too. Regardless of your stature, how big you are, what you got going on, it's people in the gang members don't care nothing about none of that. They care about disrespect. And Pac disrespected dude by jumping on him, stomping him out and all of that. And I believe that is what led to his demise. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we can all make, he said, who hasn't made bad decisions? That was a terrible decision from Pac, though. Terrible. It's like the little shorties that rap and do all these street beefs and drill rap. And they be posting their locations for people to see, to be tough and be arrogant and going on their opposition's block and recording them outside and talking crazy and all of that. Like, that's a crazy, foolish game to play. Somebody could very well find it. Your location, not find it. See your location and come up and pull up on you and do the worst to you. You know what I mean? So that's a bad decision that led to a person that can lead to your life being taken. So it's not just it's just a bad decision. It's a careless, reckless decision that can have you gone. So yeah, that ain't a situation when it's your time, is your time. That's you speeding up your time, telling your enemies where you at, taunting them, calling them out on songs, disrespecting them over hits that people will sing across the world, right? Like going to your opposition's grave site and dancing on the grave, and you know, and putting pictures up, having cardboard cutouts of them and disrespecting them. That is speeding up your time off of this earth. People think it's cool. They think it's funny. They think they being the toughest dudes around. They think it's like they're just hard body to do that, man. Listen, I've seen a lot of hard body dudes leave this earth at a very young age, get put in caskets early because of reckless, disrespectful, silly decisions. And that was a silly decision from Pac, and I'm a Pac fan saying that. So yeah, when it's your time, it's your time. But you can speed up your time off this earth by doing reckless, careless stuff. You know what I mean? It's like if you drinking and driving, and you get into an accident, and you lose your life. Yeah, sometime when it's your time, but you aided yourself in doing that because you drinking and crashed. You drinking liquor and crashed your car. It led to you being no longer here because of your decision to drink and be drunk and intoxicated while you out there on the road. Now your vision is impaired. You can't see all of that. Like your decision making is off because you're inebriated. Yeah, man. So it ain't just, when it's your time, it's your time. No. You can do things to speed up your time off of this earth. And bad decisions come into play with you speeding your time with you speeding up your time that you're done off this earth. They're speeding up your time to meet, you know, to I hate to say it, meet your maker or be off of this earth. You can speed that up, you know? So I don't buy that. The dude trying to excuse Pac's actions. No, man, them actions, and you could say he was young. Bro, at 25, I wasn't doing that. No, I didn't have no money, but I'm not doing that now. And I get money, I'm not doing wild, reckless stuff because I know what come with that. I know you could lose your life out here playing these games. I know, you know, like getting in the street stuff is not no fun. It's not something to be a part of. It's not something cool. It's not something okay to be doing. That's it. That's all, man. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.